Yo, this is Talk E. Welcome to the locker room. We talk nothing but basketball. If you want to be part of the locker room, you obviously have to be part of the team. In order for you to be part of the team, you have to subscribe and share the video to not only be part of the team and the locker room, but also be a part of our daily basketball conversations so that you don't miss nights of basketball like this. Now, yesterday in the league, again, it was like 13 games going on, and you guys already know how I feel about when the NBA does this. I hate 13 game nights because you cannot watch all 13 games, and at this point of the season, even though every team has about 4 games left, and soon all these games are not going to matter anymore, at least like the last 2 games of the season. Teams are still fighting for seeding. They're still fighting for home court advantage. I want to be able to watch. I want to be able to see how things unfold. And if we have 13 games one night, 2 games the other night, it's just so whack. Like, why can't we have 6 games one night, 8 games the other, or 7 games one night, you know, so on and so forth, like 7 to 8 games, like divide the games instead of putting 2 one night and then 13 the other night. It's just so whack that way, and it just like it's terrible. Like regardless, the NBA is still gonna end around April 9, April 10. So why just clog the night with a whole bunch of games? It just sounds dumb to me. However, you know, we're gonna speak about a couple of games and a couple of things that happened last night. One, the Warriors went up against the Nuggets, and guys, we have a problem. The Warriors are losing to a Nuggets team without Jokic. Somebody please explain to me why, how, and what the hell like is going on with the Warriors on the road. Because apparently their stats on the road are not that far off from their stats at home. So why do they manage to lose on the road more than at home? And why have they only won 9 games out of the 29 road games that they've played on the road? Why is that a thing? 9 out of 29? Actually, I lie. I think it's 9. 9 wins, 29 losses. Like, that's basically 38 games, and they've only won 9 of them. Why? Why is that a thing? And last night, to start it off, the Nuggets were playing good. The Warriors ended up getting the lead, and it really was just like a lot of offensive rebounds and stuff like that. But eventually, the Warriors' turnovers started catching up with them. And honestly, MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., turned it all the way up. Last night was his night. It was his game. It was his time to show up and show off, and he did so. In the third quarter, he had, I think, 13 of his 29 points in that third quarter. Now, I don't think he scored in the fourth at all, but he didn't need to because at that point, Jamal Murray, everybody else got it going, and they pretty much won the game for the Nuggets. And then we get to like the last minute or so. Now, actually, I'm not even going to talk about the last minute. That's 19 seconds. It's a held ball. Warriors win it, and they get a shot. Klay misses. They get another shot, and Klay Thompson manages to somehow, some way, get his shot blocked by Jamal Murray. Now, if you get your shot blocked by Jamal Murray and you're like 6'7", 6'8", I don't even know what to tell you at that point. Like, there's no helping you. Now, obviously, Klay is a great shooter. And obviously, you expect a shot from him if you're Jamal Murray and you put your hand up or whatever. But get your shot blocked by Jamal Murray and you're Klay Thompson. It's like LeBron James getting his shot blocked by Donovan Mitchell. Okay, maybe I dragged it. But still, like, you get the point. Like, Jamal Murray is so little compared to Klay Thompson. He has about 8 inches on Jamal Murray. Pause. And on top of that, like, I don't even think Jamal Murray plays defense. At least not great defense. In my opinion, like, he's a good, like, team defender. Like, you could hide him in the team, and he's not, like, that bad. But, like, one-on-one, I don't think Jamal Murray gonna hold his own like a Mikal Bridges, a Marcus Smart, a Jaylen Brown. You get what I'm saying? So, for you to manage to get your shot blocked by him is really insane. Now, on top of that, Klay didn't have his best game of the night. He ended the game like 25 points, yeah. But a lot of shots that I feel like he should have made that he did not make. Steph Curry also only had 21 points. Kind of uncharacteristic from him. Also a bad game. Dante, I always struggle with his last name, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know who I'm talking about. DiVincenzo. He ended the game like 18 points, 13 rebounds. Honestly, he was a big part of, the clutch shots that Clay made and that the Warriors made down the stretch, because he hustled for the ball. Somehow, someway he got the ball to, to him and to the Warriors, and he managed to even get it to Clay one time for a super clutch three, a tough shot, and Clay just delivered. And to be honest with you, I feel like the Warriors just need better defense. They just need to show up. Show up. Like, on the road, Steph's 21 points unacceptable. Klay Thompson's 25 is decent, but like, it just did not look efficient. Now, it might actually be efficient, and the eye test is wrong. But like, from what I saw last night, it did not look like it was efficient, or like it didn't have the same impact as a Klay Thompson, shooting game. Klay Thompson 25, 30-point game. Draymond Green had like 9 rebounds, 7 assists. We all know we don't expect Draymond Green to score more than 10 points. If he does, it's like the cherry on top. But it is what it is. Jordan Poole came off the bench with 17 points. A decent game from him. I feel like could have been better, but 17 points is not bad. And then you go back to the Nuggets, right? And Jamal Murray ends the game with 26 points, a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds, whatever. Aaron Gordon with like 13 points, a couple other players with like 14, and then a lot of players off the bench had 0. I was like, what? I was literally in shock. I was bamboozled. And then on top of that, back to the last 2 possessions of the game. What is wrong with the Nuggets? Like, if you lose the jump ball, they get a shot off, they miss the shot, why you not boxing out? Like, no Warriors player should be able to get the ball after that. The Nuggets should have been able to secure it, and that's it. And this win for the Nuggets actually, like, means a lot, but does not mean a lot at the same time. Because, one, they won without Jokic. And for a while, the question was, can they win without Jokic? Now, me personally, I did not question them with that specific question. But I do know some people out there really did question the Nuggets. Can they win without Jokic? Can they, just be competitive with the top teams or the better built teams in the West or even in the East, the top 3 teams? Can they compete with them? And yesterday they showed that they could. But at the same time, it does not mean much because they beat a Warriors team that has historically been terrible on the road this season and is on pace to be the worst road team in NBA history after winning a championship, which is insane to me, because I'm in the belief that the Warriors could turn it up once it comes to the playoffs, and I believe that they will be able to win a couple of on-the-road games in the playoffs. But if this trend continues in the postseason, they're going to struggle, and it will be hard to get out of the first round, and might be a second round bounce out. So I don't know. They need to get it together. For the Nuggets, however, is it bad to say that, like, I think the Nuggets have the talent to come out the West? I just don't think they're going to execute properly. And I genuinely think that if they face the Pelicans or the Lakers in the first round, they have a chance of losing that first round. Obviously, if both teams are completely healthy, if Zion comes back, if LeBron, AD are healthy with the rest of the roster, I feel like the Nuggets can struggle with them. I feel like they might even lose to them. I don't think it's a guaranteed Nuggets win with any of those 2 teams. Now, if they go up against the Timberwolves, that'll be interesting, but I feel like the Nuggets got that. If they go up against the Thunder, the Mavericks, I mean, come on, bro. We're not even, like, are you kidding me right now? But anyways, our next game of the night, we had the 76ers go up against the Bucks. And to be honest with you, I was excited for this game for 2 reasons. One, Giannis and Embiid just always get up when it's time to face each other because, in my opinion, they're the two leaders of the East. Obviously, you have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but they're more like shooters and shot creators and stuff like that. I feel like Joel Embiid, even though he can create his own shot and so can Giannis, I feel like they're more dominant players. And they're going to try to foul you out the game. They're going to try to attack the basket on every single possession. They're going to try to get at you at every single play. And it was also because I wanted to see the MVP competitive aspect of it. I want to see how both of these guys, MVP run or campaign will look after this game and who will come out notorious or victorious in this case. And to be honest with you, Embiid was outplayed, in my opinion. Now, not only do I think that Embiid was outplayed last night, I think because his team lost and by how many points they lost by, I feel like it hurts him a lot. I feel like I don't know if he's lost the MVP because a lot of people were saying that it's his to lose, like JJ Redick, Stephen A. Smith. And, well, I don't know about Stephen A. I don't know if he 100% said that specifically, but I do know that he was saying that Joel Embiid is basically like his MVP. And I think Tom Ligler said that that's his MVP as well on the JJ Redick podcast, the Old Man at 3. So if that game basically had to decide who was MVP, I don't know if Joel Embiid technically or lost it. I think he just made it more of a competition between him, Giannis, and Jokic. I feel like now it's a more closer run, a more closer campaign for all three of them, and I feel like either one of them can get it now. I feel like it's not just a Joel Embiid, award to lose, and I feel like it's just an anybody thing now, and any one of those three guys can get it. Also, is because like the defense too, like the way the Sixers lost was so bad. Like if you're going up for an MVP, win or whatever, and you're giving up 41 points in the first quarter. Now, obviously, basketball is a team sport, but they're always going to put it on the main guy. If it's a loss, they blame on the main guy. If it's a win, they congratulate the whole team. So, it's like 41 points in the first quarter, and you only put up 28 points. I don't even think the Sixers put up a single 30-point quarter last night. Not a single one. And on top of that, Giannis had 33 points. And I believe he had double-digit rebounds. Chris Middleton with 19 points. Brook Lopez with 21. Bobby Portis off the bench with 18. And you look at the Sixers, and you really got Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. Tobias Harris only has 6 points. Obviously, we don't expect much from PJ Tucker, but he had like 5 points. And then a lot of players off their bench had 0 points. And like I said, basketball is a team sport, but we all know how things work, bro. It's not, when it comes to voting, when it comes to winning awards, regular season awards, they look at the main guy. And we all know that there's voters fatigue, and every game can change people's opinions. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. And a couple more games to talk about. The Mavericks lost to the Hawks. Now, both of these teams have been super underwhelming this season. They've been trash, garbage. But to lose to the Hawks in overtime is insane. And honestly, it just goes to show you Mavericks defense just needs help. It's just horrendous, to be honest. I mean, it was their chance to finally get to the top 10 because the Thunder lost to the Suns. But they lost to the Hawks. And speaking about the Thunder losing to the Suns, good win by the Suns. I'm happy. 2 games and a half away from the Clippers and the Warriors. So pretty much sooner than later, we'll be able to basically lock in the 4th seed and then guys can rest and things of that nature. Couple other games went on. We had the Kings go up against the Spurs, and they also lost. It was like they allowed 142 to the Spurs, and I think they put out like 134. Again, defense, bro. This is a Spurs team that the Warriors just beat. And it's really just defense. Kings are lacking defense. And if you allow a Spurs team that's not competing for anything anymore besides the #1 draft pick put up 142 points, I don't know what you're doing. You're losing. Like, your defense is being exposed. Your whole game plan is being exposed. And I don't know if you're going to be able to beat the Warriors in the first round. Or the Clippers. Can you guys even compete with them? I genuinely do not know. But anyways, yeah, that's enough of me rambling. Channel, it's time for y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E. And it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch y'all. Safety.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three to win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection. This is for the win. Got it. Wow. At 7, working against Butler, got down.